Hi everyone, it's me, Ileana. I just wanted to make a video um, to also add to my channel because I know I haven't made one and I want to stay committed to this channel. Other than that, I felt the need, excuse me, I have to close Skype. I felt the need to upload a video because tomorrow's Father's Day. Promise I wasn't gonna cry, but I am a very sensitive and emotional person who expresses any joy, any pain or sadness, crying. So please forgive me for it. If I express my feelings like that, I promise I will do it. I'm here in our little shed. I did tell you guys. I'm not sure if you watched my first video. We used to live in a small trailer home, but since there's a space in this little shack, a tool shack, we actually fix it up to where we can move in here and there's more space, because where we were it was just really small. I'll show you guys later. It's nothing a big deal, but yeah. And so yeah, tomorrow is Father's Day here in the United States. Let me tell you why I feel a little overwhelmed and a little sad. My father and I haven't had the best, the most greatest relationship. But I don't know. There's so many things that happened in our past as a family, and we haven't been close enough. My mother and my father separated several times. So for many different reasons and important reasons that actually has affected our present. So my father and my mother never really got along, and long story short, call me crazy, but since you don't know the situation yet, this is what I've gathered, and this is what I actually proved. I look like my mother a lot. So it's unfortunate that I do, I guess, because my father really doesn't look at me in the face with the same attitude and the same way he does to my other siblings. Now, I don't want you to think my father is a bad person, but there's many things that I love my father unconditionally, and the reason why how I figured this out. First of all, my father did mention that to me several times, saying that I'm just like my mother, and I look just like my mother. The way he said it really explains our relationship now. I don't know. And besides that, since we've gone through so much, my father, sorry, that's the dog eating. That's my sister's dog. My father and I really never gotten really close. Never had, we've always been arguing, and I've always wanted to be like his little girl, I don't know, I see some other girls, with their parents, with their fathers, and they're so happy, and they have a strong relationship. And I wish I had that, but instead of just relying of what I wish I had, I just I'm thankful that my dad is at least alive, and that he might not be in the greatest health in the world, but he's still here. So I'm sorry. So I just think, like, ever since I moved out, the reason why I moved out is because I was 19. Actually, I was 18. I was about to be 19. I moved out because I didn't feel any kind of appreciation towards anything I did and that I'd done in the past. So I moved out, and our relationship hasn't been greater since. But the reason why I'm sorry is because, yeah, I didn't see any kind of appreciation, and we used to argue a lot. And I've always been that kind of person who's, well, when I was younger, I never said a word. Like, I never talked back to my parents. I've always did what they wanted me to do, and like, I wasn't really allowed to talk about certain things, and I don't know. When I started growing up, I started to put my shield up, and I don't know. And so it was a time where when we used to argue, I used to defend myself. That's something he wasn't used to, and it came up to a point where it was not healthy. Since my father is a single parent, you gotta remember, 13 years of having a mother with us, and not knowing where she is, really affected the kids, and the situation, and my situation, I guess, and him too. I can honestly say they do not love each other. They do not love each other, and later you will find out why. I promise I'm just not gonna make this long. But anyways, so yeah, like ever since I moved out, it's been like that. And then when I went to go visit them, the kids and my dad, it was like, "What are you doing here?" Well, I just came to say hi. After all, he is my father, and I will always love him unconditionally, no matter what. However, like every Father's Day, I would like give him a present or a hug, and I at least do not feel the love. So I'm really sorry. I do not feel the love. So I don't know. I know that the way this is going, like our situation. Oh gosh. Look, I promise I was not gonna cut any scenes from any video that I make on this channel, because this is 100% me, and I just want to make it 1000% me. I don't want to pretend someone I'm not. So before I get out of subject, I always wanted for my dad to notice me, and every time I didn't give him a present on Father's Day just so he can notice me, but because he has done a lot of great things for us. Even though the moral support wasn't always there, he always provided for us. Single-handedly did what a father was supposed to do: feed their children and have a shelter, and that's what he did. So I'm very thankful for that. Just, I don't know. I wish that he would like appreciate things, and if he does, then he should at least try to let me know, because I'm hurting here. So this Father's Day, a couple of days back, I had a conversation with my father. My father wants to take the kids away, and there's more to this story, but I gotta tell you, my dad wants to take the kids away to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, where his wife is at the moment with, but I do not want that to happen because we've been moving around and been everywhere for a long time, all the time, since we can remember. So we never really stayed in one school and grew up with the kids in the block. We never had that. Sorry, cut off. We never really had that. So you know, my dad doesn't really have, like my mother. We actually found, if you watch my recent video, my first video, we found my mother a year ago, and she's in Mexico. She cannot legally come to the United States, and she does not have custody of my siblings because of domestic violence, a charge of a domestic violence and some other charges. But I know you might think my mom is the worst mother in the world right now, but this, like I said, this is just parts of the story. So yeah, so he wants to take the kids, and I do not want him to take them because they want to stay here and they want to have, they've been staying here for 4 or 5 years already, and they want to have their friends that they have now. Most importantly, they love the school. They love the school that they're going to, and and they just also they want to be with me, and in no way they want to go to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. We did live in Mexico for several years, back in 1999 through 2004 or 5. I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, so I just told my dad, please leave me the kids here. I'll take care of them. I know my mom is willing to provide for them, even though she's from far away. And even if she didn't, my husband also is willing, and I am willing. Oh wow. Sorry, I have to clean my nose. Sorry, that's disgusting. So yeah. So he said no, obviously, like always. And I just hope he does make up his mind. He's supposed to leave in August. And there's more to this, but I really can't say this right now until August, until this is done. But yeah, I'm just feeling very overwhelmed. My father, as always, doesn't want to see me, doesn't want to talk to me. And then he tells me that he wishes that I would talk to him, that he shouldn't be the one who has to be begging to talk to me or to have a conversation. I am so confused by this situation because I've always been the one who wants to talk to him, wants to give love, wants to do this, wants to do that. And, he just says, no, why do you want to do that? Why? So tomorrow, I'm not going to be all crying or anything tomorrow, but it does hurt me. It does hurt me. Like, I wish I could make a phone call and just say, Happy Father's Day, thank you for doing everything you've done. But I know that he's not going to take it seriously. He's just whatever. I want to, do so many things for my father, because I know that this is going to be the last Father's Day we spent together. But, I know, because I'm not going to let my father take my brothers to Mexico again. Also, they don't want that for many other reasons, too. I cannot say. My dad is not a bad father. He is. If you're thinking, oh, does he hit him? Or no, he actually doesn't hit anyone. That was just my mom, but he's been a great father. It hurts me that I couldn't, do something special for him. So yeah, I just feel a little sad, feel sad, and the fact that I don't have money, too. I mean, I'm not working because, first of all, the plan was, we did not expect my dad to just say, hey, we're going to Mexico this is this and that. We didn't know anything. Plan was we were gonna live here until we got the car back. Me and my husband, we had sold the car, and we wanted to get a new one, and it's been hard ever since. We only have a scooter, and where we live is next to his family, and we wanted, it's very cheap, pay very cheap rent, so we wanted to, you know, get on our feet. But now having that, maybe I'm gonna have to fight for my brother's custody. I'm gonna have to work because the plan, oh, I keep going in circles. The plan was that, why do I keep staring over there? Anyways, the plan was that I was supposed to be at home getting rest too because I have an enlarged heart, chronic asthma, and every time, oh, not every time, but most of the time that I go outside, I get allergies and hardcore wheezing, and my husband just said, you know what, just go back to school, stay home. And now I can't worry about that. I have to worry about my brothers, which I don't mind, because if we've been, my oldest sister and I have been worrying about my brothers all this time, and I really don't mind. I love my brothers. It's only my 16-year-old brother and my 13-year-old brother, Raul and Jose, and I love them, and I feel so, I wish Mom was here. She is a changed woman, and I forgave her, and she really didn't do. It's understandable, and I know you're calling me crazy because she did hit us for a lot of years, but my mom was going nuts. She knew a secret, and she couldn't spit it out because, yeah, she was threatened to keep that secret, and she went nuts, and that's how she took it out on us, and that's why she was in jail and charged with that domestic violence shit. So it's a pretty very difficult fucking situation, and I'm sorry for that, but it is just more than that. And I wanted to make a video because sometimes I feel like I'm going nuts, which I don't want you to get scared at all, but I would say I've been pretty strong for a very long time, and in all honesty, I don't know why I'm still standing. I don't know how I'm doing this. I do not know how can I just keep a straight smiley face to everyone I see, and then when they find out what's really going on, they're like, what? You are going through this, and but you don't look like you are. Well, I've always been the kind of person that has to put a straight face for my family. When we were in Mexico, all my siblings and I, we were alone with my grandmother, and when my sister Maria ran away from the ranch, I've always had to pretend like everything was alright because I knew my brothers were smart. They did not like to see anyone sad. When I cried, they cried, and they really didn't know why I was crying. So the best thing for me to do is to put a straight face and a happy face and pretend nothing's wrong. And now I hate that in a way because I feel like I'm a two-faced, but I'm not. But yeah. What a situation. I know this might sound confusing, but I keep saying it in the video. There's more to the story, and I just have to keep telling you little by little, and I hope you understand. But this is gonna be like my little diary. I don't know. You know, my husband's grandmother, she's really special to me. Even though we've known each other for a long time, well, ever since my husband and I have been together, I've been close to her now. She prays all the time, and I was born and raised a Catholic, and she also was born and raised a Catholic. But I really, from the events in our life that caused me to lose faith and um and just not be close to God. I don't go to church. And it's not because I don't want to, it's because it's, and call me stupid or whatever, but, and this is not an excuse, but the church here is kind of far, and we don't have a proper transportation, and, you know, I wish my husband wants to go with me, and gotta take 3 buses. I feel like it's not about going to church, it's about the relationship we have with God. And that's what Grandma has taught me. She gave me a rosary. I have my little candles on over here. Let go, let God. And that's what I've been trying to do. Also, just, I don't even know the entire prayer. She preaches a lot too. I don't know the entire prayer, but she goes like this: May the pure white light of Christ surround you. May nothing negative come, but only positive. May Saint Benedict protect you something with something. And I mean, I've been trying to memorize it and trying to follow her steps, and I feel like she has really taught me so much in a very short period of time. I really love her. She's been giving me a lot of strength, and yeah. So yeah, tomorrow's Father's Day, so I really don't know what to do, to be quite honest with you. What also hurts me is that my sister, Sochi, my youngest sister, she's 18. She graduated 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks. Whew. Well, my father did not go to her graduation. She moved out also before she actually finished high school. And that was bad. Reason why she moved out, same reason, because well, it's not the same reason. She really doesn't look like my mom. That sounded wrong. She just I feel like she's a lot stronger than me in a way. Anyway, because she doesn't cry about everything. I'm a crybaby. I will admit, I am a crybaby, but I don't like to. And she is more like, okay, all right, next. But then something bad about her is that she builds up. Like, she doesn't express her feelings, or like she doesn't. But she's very strong. Like, she doesn't give a fuck. She has always that attitude, and I'm always worried. Oh, what is he? Why she might think this? He might think that, and she's not like that. That's what I like about her. She really doesn't care what anyone else says. So yeah, but recently the attitude that my sister has been having is that she really doesn't, like, she is very upset with my father because he didn't go to her graduation, and I totally understand where she's coming from. My father is just very grumpy, typical Mexican father, macho. He's very dry in the heart, and there's a lot of, like I said, I keep saying it, there's a lot more to the story that I cannot really say right now. Probably until August, I know. But yeah. Yeah, my sister's really upset, and she just doesn't. I'm trying to teach her that, you should love your father unconditionally, which I have learned. I know that we're not supposed to be doormats and take everything bad that comes to us, but, just try to always love your father and mother, because that's bad karma, and just leave it to God. Well, I'm making this a very long video, and I really hoped it wasn't that long, but I am gonna end it here. Well, if you're watching, Dad, which I think you are, one day. I know you are, so I better say it. Thank you for raising us, for being there for us, or at least trying to, morally. You're a very grumpy dad, but we still love you. And even though Sochi is acting the way she is right now, understand her, because you are very dry. You don't express. You don't uh, give, like, you don't show appreciation to what we do, and that's fine, I guess, because I did my part. I've done my part. I never had a boyfriend under your roof. I never brought men to the house, never drank, never did drugs, never sneaked out, only in prom because you wouldn't let me go. That was just one thing, but I've always got good grades. I've always been a good student, daughter and sister. This is not a message for you to, feel bad, but a thank you. To know that I love you so much. And I wish you could see that, because you always think I don't. I know I look like my mom. I know I look like my mom. And I don't know why is that a bad thing. Your problems are with her, not me. I just love you, and I've always needed you. And I know I'm going to still need you. For you to be there for my grandchildren. My grandchildren, oh my god, your grandchildren. Be there for your grandchildren. And I want you around, but only you are going to decide that. I love you, Dad, and I'm sorry, guys. Just happy Father's Day, everyone. Also, I'm gonna give a shout out to, hopefully he watches this, which I doubt it, Kingdom Soldier. Kingdom Soldier is a guy who plays on Xbox Live. He plays Modern Warfare with us. He's a pretty damn good player, and he uploads his games to YouTube. I forgot his channel, AM Power or something like that. Anyways, thank you for doing those videos, because he does commentaries on his videos while he's playing, and it clicks to me, like, what he's trying to say, and it really has helped me the past few days. Not past few days, few weeks, because I haven't seen his videos these days. At least this week. Thank you for making those videos. Something I always remember about one video you said, there has to be, I don't know how you said it, but there has to be a reason why I'm going through all this pain. You said there has to be a reason, and that was for my children. There's always a reason for that, and thank you for letting me know that. And there's always a reason why we're going through all this pain, and maybe God works in mysterious ways, and I understand that now. But thank you. I just wanted to let you know that you're awesome. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later, guys. Sorry for that long video. Bye.